Okay, so today is a fun day. I'm going to show you a movement that's going to train your body to turn back on, especially if the eyes have been doing most of the work. All right, so let me explain. The inner ear or vestibular, the system in our body that helps that tells the brain where our body is in time and space so that it can bring you back into balance and you don't. And when I say balance, I don't mean just like, oh, I'm going to balance on a board, but balance in time and space, and so that you're not feeling dizzy or getting that sense of vertigo. I hear a lot about this where there's, especially after there's been an infection in the ear, the inner ear's got some things that are not in balance, and so that affects the body. So this is going to be one of those. It's a little more advanced, but I think you'll have fun with it as we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to, if you notice, when you walk, there's a cross pattern, right? When we do a lot of sitting and we're not getting that cross pattern or reaching and able to do that, the brain starts to lose its ability to sense where things are in those cross patterns. So, I talk about complicated movements. The brain loves complicated physical movements. So as much as you can do on a daily basis is great, right? We don't want to just always be doing the same movements all day. And in the gym, we don't want to do that in life and then go to the gym and do the same movements. We want to see how many movements where we can get down, get up, do different movements, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a foot forward, doesn't matter which one. Let's just say, so that I'm describing it and if you're going to do this with me, let's go right leg forward and the left leg is going to be back. And when I said single leg, it's mostly a single leg because we're going to take some of the weight off that back leg when we come up onto our toes. You're going to come up onto your back toe. Already you might be trying to find out where your balance is. And that's totally what we want to be doing. But we want to be finding our balance from our center first. So a lot of times when I have someone go into this stance, ready stance, a lot of the default goes to the joints. So we want to bring our energy back and really force our core, our chest. We want to have our glutes on and our chest lifted as opposed to dumping down into this. And you'll feel the difference when you're in this position. Your knee will probably start hurting if you're collapsed and your core's not on. So lift the chest up. We're going to have the same arm as the leg that's forward, starting in front. You're nice and erect, and the other arm is going to come behind. And what I'm going to do is close my eyes, because as I go down, I'll be closing my eyes. As I go down, I'm doing you can see already I'm losing my balance here because I'm going to have to train this here. So I'm going to rotate down and then come back up. Rotate down and then come back up. And we want to do it with our eyes closed because we're reactivating and turning on those deep connective muscles. Everything's connected, but we want to start from our center, our powerhouse. And if we can move and do all of these movements and retrain the brain to get that powerhouse back on so that all of our movements are driven from your center, everything else is going to function better. And the impact on a specific or singular joint, say if you're a runner and your knees or your hips or your ankles are constantly feeling depleted, it could be from this base. And I want to be clear on this core strength, because I hear a lot of people say, oh, I've been really working my core, but the core just isn't doing abs. You want to be able to be centered in this space. And I like to call it the powerhouse. It definitely correlates to Pilates powerhouse, but it's more so that when your power is on this way, your brain knows that it has more than just the quads that are usually recruited for most of our big work. And when we're sitting, our glutes are turned off. So there's a lot of dysfunction that happens as a result. So we want to keep letting the brain know that we have more things online so that the tapestry of our body is actually lighting up, that there's not a bunch of dormant areas of that. So this is the exercise that I love to do. It takes just a few seconds. We'll do it about 3 or 4 times. And with the one leg forward, the back foot, you're just on the back toes there. Same arm in front as the same leg. We're going to hold. We start up tall. If you're not ready to do this with eyes closed, don't do it with eyes closed yet. You can just practice going down and up, but it's very different. When your eyes do this, the brain and the eyes, it stays up in the head. So if you take your eyes out of the equation and you go into the movement and you drive this from your center, you're going to really find this. It's a really strong forcing of bringing the center back on, bringing your powerhouse back on. And it's a fun exercise. I love doing it with my clients. We play with it. So I thought I'd do that today for our Fun Friday. And yeah, try it out. Let me know how that works. Let me know what you think of that. You know, here at Yogilachi, we are interested in your optimal well-being through optimal movement, mindset, and nutrition. And we like these complicated, fun, complicated moves. All right, until next time, have a great day. Move your body, stay hydrated, smile, and be happy. Bye.